Something delicious to snack on while everyone's opening presents and waiting for dinner to be ready. A few things are not more perfect than cheese. We just love it so much. So we've brought in the pro right here to help us design the perfect plate. Steve Duty is the co-founder of a brand new shop in the Sunnyside neighborhood. Tell us where that is.
It is the northeast quadrant of the Highlands.
Of the Highlands, and it sounds so super fantastic because it's
sunny
Sunnyside.
All the time.
And this is Steve Duty. He is the co-founder of Cheese+Provisions. You know, cheese plates kind of stress me out because all I think of is mozzarella, cheddar. What do I do? You're gonna train us today, aren't you?
Absolutely. There's no reason that needs to stress you out. What you're looking for in a cheese plate, primarily, above all else, is what makes you happy.
Okay.
If you want to go with all Alpine cheeses, all bloomy rinded cheeses, that's up to you.
Okay, so you're going to teach us how to do this, but before we get into the plate, I want to know how much do you buy? Because I don't want to buy too much and have it left over. So how do you quantify that?
Well, that's why it's important to come to your cheesemonger, because we'll query you and ask you, how are you going to use this? Is it going to be an appetizer?
Yeah.
If it is, 2 ounces per person is fine.
So what's 2 ounces?
2 ounces is going to be a little more than that wedge per person over the course of the event.
Right.
If it's the centerpiece of an entree, we're going to bump it up to 4. If you're doing a full raclette dinner like is so popular in Denver right now, 8 ounces per person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you just said cheesemonger. Is that an actual title?
That
What
is
is that
what
at
I
your
am.
store?
That is somebody who specializes in getting you the cheese you need, asking the right questions, determining what you like to get the cheese in your hands that you like.
Okay, so people can make this on their own, or you can just go visit Steve and he'll do it for you,
Absolutely.
which is what he's going to do right now. So tell me what you're building. What are you doing?
So right now I'm building a small cheese plate for an appetizer for 6 to 8 people.
Okay.
So I've got 3 different kinds of cheeses on here. I've got a hard Alpine style, I've got a beautiful blue, and I've got a camembert here.
Ooh.
Now, those are different milks, cow, sheep, goat, and I'm offsetting that with some charcuterie.
Okay.
So that fattiness is going to complement the fattiness in the cheese.
Yeah, you really know what you're doing.
Now, so we don't go overboard then, I'm also going to start putting on different accompaniments that are going to compare and contrast in flavor and texture. So I've got the rich sweetness of dried fruit pairing against the savoriness of the cheese.
Right.
I've got the saltiness of some pistachios here. They're pairing against the fattiness in the cheese.
Right, and you have so much selection here. So are you putting an appetizer plate together?
An appetizer plate for 6 to 8 people, sure.
Right.
Little Marcona almonds.
Now, you guys were so nice to send us some goodies last week.
It was our
these,
pleasure.
I'm obsessed with these. What are these?
These are Spanish almonds that are roasted, pan-fried, and then tossed in olive oil.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
They're very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Now I'm putting,
what else are we putting in?
This is a little bit of dried fig.
Okay.
Again, to play off the savoriness, the sweetness here is going to work. We'll throw on some apricots.
I do have to say, I love that. I want to taste that with some cheese.
And it's also for aesthetics. We're putting on different colors, different shapes, different textures.
Gotcha.
And while I'm doing that, I've got a perfect bite over here.
Okay, so tell me what this one is, and I'll bite into it.
This is West Blue Cheese by Parish Hill in Vermont, topped with a little bit of orange blossom honey.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people don't know that blues and honey are fantastic pairings.
Sweet, savory, crunchy.
All in one.
All in one bite. That is lovely.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we got a minute left. We want to talk about the fact that you sell champagne.
We do.
And you tell people how to pair it with the cheese, right?
Sure. We sell a full range of wines, beers, and champagne. But the key thing to know when you're pairing cheese with sparkling wine, that decision alone, you've already hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
Because the natural effervescence in the wine counteracts the natural fattiness of the cheese. So they're a perfect combination. Now, if you want to take it a little deeper, you can geek out on this stuff. If you're serving a bright, lemony, fresh chev, then go with a bright, biscuity, dry, toasty champagne. If you're serving a heavier Alpine cheese, then look for something like a rosé. This is a spumante or a sparkling Lambrusco.
You really know what you're doing. You really are the head cheesemonger at Cheese+Provisions.
I tell myself that every day.
Exactly. Yeah. They just opened up, and you're giving our viewers such a great discount, not only now for Christmas, but into the new year, right?
Sure. If you come in and mention that you see the spot, we'll give you 10% off your entire purchase.
10% off. You have to mention that you saw Steve, the cheesemonger, on Colorado's Best, and that goes through December 31st. Go take a nap, because it's going to be a long week next week. Okay, Steve? So Cheese and Provisions is located at 2432 West 44th Avenue. You can also call them at 303-455-2221, and you can find them online at cheeseandprovisions.com. Remember, you can get that 10% off if you mention you saw Steve here on the show, and that goes until December 31st. Cheese and Provisions, I love it.
Thanks for having us.
Coming up on